Hello, 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 beautiful people of the world. Welcome back to the Happy Idea Show. Here you can learn and flourish with the thoughts, idea, and the story of the lifestyle legends. I'm your host, Happy Ben here, certified career and lifestyle coach and author. Every episode, I invite special dignified guests whose lifestyle are profound, successful, and so that we can learn from their ideas and flourish our personal and professional life. It is my great pleasure to introduce our special guest today. But in order to introduce to the special guest, I have a few questions that it might change our lifestyle what we have today and we can empower and flourish too. Have you ever noticed that since we live in the era of a human mind, and what human mind has achieved in the last 50 years, especially in branding and marketing industry, that's phenomenal. If we try to sell something today in professional areas in our business, what is the most important questions we should ask ourselves in order to succeed our business? Have you given a thought? Well, if you're already doing that, you are successful, and I want to say congratulations. But I believe in it. We need to clarify our important message so that our customer can listen carefully and attentively to get more clients, more money, and stand out in a competitive market and flourish our lifestyle like legends. Well, but how do we do that? How do we start? Where would we go? Where would we learn? So today, let's hear from our dignified friend, Pallavi Shah, who has sponsored this episode. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce Pallavi to the Happy Idea Show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my dear dignified friend, genius, smart, young entrepreneur, Pallavi, the social media consultant, strategist. Welcome to the Happy Idea Show. Pallavi, how are you today, my dear?
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. That's so sweet. I'm doing really well. How are you?
I am healthy and happy. Thanks for asking. I was excited, and my team member were excited when we were reading your profile that such a phenomenal work you have done being a young entrepreneur.
That
And
is so great.
yes, I'm so excited, and our audience is so excited to know about your genius strategic planning, how you do
Uh-huh.
in the social media to make people from zero to hero. And we couldn't wait to learn from all your greatest experience you have so far.
Yeah, thank you so much. So my company, we basically help business owners, individuals, creators, and brands really stand out on online platforms like Instagram.
Yes.
So we basically help them bring their social and personal brands online. So we work with brands, smaller businesses to mid-sized businesses. We help them create their personality in this vast landscape now that everyone's on the socials, but help them create content that would reach the right kind of audience, target the right kind of people, and create really fun content for their businesses to grow.
Wow, phenomenal. So easy, but
Uh-huh.
yet so creative. And we are in the midst of this, the mind of a human mind. We are in the era
Yeah,
of a golden mind, the human mind, and how human mind has achieved since last 50 years, which human mind has not achieved in the entire human civilization. Now you come as an
absolutely.
expert to make people's life easy to promote,
Mm-hmm.
buy or sell their product or service.
Mm-hmm.
So phenomenal.
As you know, it's all about the ideas, like
and
this
that is
show.
why and that is why you are on the Happy Idea Show to share your greatest
Exactly.
ideas so other people can
Mm-hmm.
learn from the ideas. I usually say thoughts, ideas, and the story of the lifestyle legend, and you are the lifestyle living legend, that
Ah,
your one idea has changed your life and improved.
absolutely.
And by listening to your ideas, may hundreds and millions can change and improve their ideas
Yeah,
of their
yeah,
lives too as well.
yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
So, Pallavi, tell us about your childhood story till now. How did you come over? How did you come your adversities and challenge and defeats, and you
Mm-hmm.
have a victorious lifestyle you have today? Please share about your
Yeah.
journey a little bit.
So I have always been a creative person, always looking for the creative side to anything that I did.
Okay.
Whether it was, studying in school. It was never just looking at the book and, reading, and I would always find a creative outlet to it.
Okay.
And then when I started working, that was the direction that I went in. I went into marketing and merchandising. I worked with some amazing brands in the beginning.
Okay.
It was Burberry and Louis Vuitton. I was doing their product marketing
Wow.
and merchandising. So that's how I started. But The direction I was led to, even though I was a creative ideas person, I always wanted to also study the sciences.
Woo!
And I wanted to get into biotechnology, but most people find it astonishing when I say it, because if
Uh-huh.
you know me, you know I'm all about the ideas and all about the creative side of things. But it was my dad at one point who sat me down and said, as much as this might be the direction that you want to study,
Yeah.
he also feels that I would love it if I was in that direction of, the creative side of things. He was like, it's not just about studying, having a high level job or
Uh-huh.
making good money. It has to be something that you're going to be passionate about when you're sad, when you're
Oh,
angry,
wow.
when you don't want to work, when it's raining outside. You have to be doing something that,
Wow.
is just within you. So that basically made me shift that mindset of, okay, I might study this, but then I want to really hone myself into the
Uh-huh.
whole marketing side of things. When I was working at these two jobs with Louis Vuitton and Burberry,
Yeah.
I was approached by a real estate mongrel in the city that I was living in India.
Okay.
And we basically were having a very casual conversation. And I was very open, as I am usually with all clients, with
Uh-huh.
people that I meet. And I was telling him about how real estate is very one-sided when it comes to, you know, how their advertisements are done or how it is perceived to the audience. It's just, very straightforward.
Wow.
And he found that interesting and invited me over, to their office to chat. And in no time, I was hired as their PR and marketing manager.
Wow.
And that led to a really long lasting journey with that company. I was with them for 7 years. I ended up
That's
becoming their head of marketing and then their creative director. And I started consulting for smaller businesses while I was with them.
wow.
So those 7 years really changed my life because I was in the real estate industry trying to bring the creative side of things, build, a digital marketing team, build a lead generation team. But all of this
Yes.
with men who are predominantly a part of the real estate market in India.
Uh-huh.
So my boardroom meetings would be me, a 20 something
Man.
girl, coming in with all the ideas. And then 40 to 60-year-old men who are there, who have been in the industry for so long, who have a certain way of handling things, and have seen results that way. So that was a big challenge. So
Woo!
every day was a challenge for me to not just show up and be myself, but also prove myself in a certain way, and not get bogged down by, someone saying, but we have done this for the last 20 years and it has worked. So
This is
that I feel was the real changing point when I realized that I had the capacity to not just do this for one brand, and I could offer it for multiple brands and people. And that's how I started my company.
wow.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
the most incredible life story of a lifestyle legend ever I have heard in my this
that's
whole
so sweet.
series. And I'm sincerely I want to say, hey, look at my humble salute to you.
Oh,
That being such a innovative, creative, passionate, and dedicated, being a young entrepreneur, sitting with the
mm-hmm,
who's who of the people, dignified board of
mm-hmm.
directors and all, and still pursuing your creative idea or even
Yeah,
synthetic ideas
yeah,
and being firm on that path that this is
mm-hmm,
what exactly I think may work and
yeah,
bring innovative revenue generating ideas and all.
mm-hmm,
So you
mm-hmm,
stick to that difficult choice you made,
yeah,
and with the help of your dad, as you mentioned earlier,
yeah, yeah,
that not many parents, we are lucky enough to come across, that they will say that you can go ahead and do what you wanted to do the way
yeah,
you wanted to do,
mm-hmm,
and you got that privilege, and phenomenally
absolutely,
you pursue those, and you see where you have reached, coming over
mm-hmm,
from the challenges and remarkable lifestyle.
yeah.
Fantastic. This is amazing.
Thank
And
you.
this is Pallavi. I am so delighted. I cannot wait to just hear more. But let's just find out that now, this is, as I mentioned earlier, this is the International Women's Day special we
Yes,
talked about.
yes.
So you are a young entrepreneur. We like to learn more about in depth. So being a woman entrepreneur, is it challenging
Mm-hmm.
or rewarding? What are the creative part that you think Is it challenging or it's a rewarding or mix of both? Please share with us.
I think anything in life is rewarding only if it is a challenge. I feel like, when there is a challenge, especially being a woman in this industry, you put in all your hard work, all your efforts to make sure that you're not just doing this for yourself, but also for the women out there who have not yet got the opportunity, not yet got the support, and also don't have the inner, self-esteem to be like, I can do this,
Okay.
or go beyond.
Okay.
So I would say I always like a challenge.
Wow.
That's why I want to work with brands and creators who feel like they have to outsource it to an expert to help them while they can focus on their own business. And
Wow.
that's why my company comes in as a consultant. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you have clearly demonstrated the way that there is no gain without pain. So the challenge is the
Yeah.
human deep down in our fiber being. If we understand and we take personal initiative, and actually, in my opinion, in my experience over 2 3 decades, is it is only challenge until unless we have not tried enough, until
Exactly.
unless if we don't try it's become challenging. But when we
Mm-hmm.
are doing smoothly and working on our purpose, objective, goals and mission spiritually or intellectually, then it doesn't seem like challenge.
Yeah.
So that is my takeaway
Yeah,
from
I
that,
agree.
but I admire yours too as well. So
Thank
thanks
you.
for sharing that insightful.
Mm-hmm.
Now Pallavi, please tell us what are the biggest joys, what are the biggest joys you get from providing the services to your client?
Oh my God. As simple as even a text message coming in saying, friends and family have seen the post or seen the video that we've
Yeah.
posted and they're super proud of how they're showing up online. I've also got text messages from certain clients who've been shy to, stand in front of the camera to show themselves as the brand owner or, talk about their products, and then they end up doing that, and now they're comfortable after working with me maybe for a couple of months, and now they're doing it on their own for a couple of years. But then I get a message saying,
Wow.
we're doing this because you gave that confidence. In fact, last night I got a message from my client in Dubai telling me that she almost feels like I'm her social media therapist.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a
Incredible.
funny thing. I've never heard that before, but she was like, every time I have a doubt about myself, especially with, smaller businesses who are launching, that's
Yes.
the initial doubt. There is a sort of imposter syndrome that comes into play
Mm-hmm.
uh, amongst everyone. Even the most established person can have days where, they are not confident enough to put themselves
Mm-hmm.
out there. So it's interesting to get messages like that. And I find those things rewarding
Mm-hmm.
and bring me joy.
Yes.
Along with, of course, the bigger wins where it's,
Wow.
sales are increasing, leads are increasing,
Woohoo.
followers are increasing. Of course,
Yeah.
all of that are, visual joys that come to me
Yeah.
based on client to client. But it's
Mm-hmm.
also these little things. I feel the little things bring me a little bit more joy
Yes.
when, a mom entrepreneur who started her brand is now really successful and
Wow.
thanks me a few years later. So yeah.
Well, this is incredible. I sincerely feel that vibration of your full of gratitude. I believe
Hmm.
gratitude, what you in this whole answer is not an answer itself. It's a accomplishments, key
Yeah.
accomplishment which you get from the
Hmm.
joy, and the joy of satisfaction we get from our feedback from our clients and customers,
Yeah.
student. It's so remarkable that the recommendation and the feedback, as you mentioned, that your Dubai client, she said. Consultant therapist, you said that?
Yeah. Yeah. She
So
said
I think that
you're
should
like
be
a
our title
social
of the
media
show.
therapist. Oh my
I
God.
love
I,
this.
I found that very sweet, and it's a nice feeling.
It is. It is
Yeah.
indeed.
It's the little
I love
things.
that. Now, you being a
Hmm.
champion and expert in branding, consulting, and all, please tell us if someone is starting a business,
Yeah.
and what do they should avoid doing, and they should be do's and don't in the business consulting. In short, if you would
Yeah.
like to highlight on such things that someone is in related to your field, and especially marketing and branding,
Hmm.
what first thing to be avoid and what thing to be considered?
I would say first thing, don't overthink, don't procrastinate. Get out there and start.
Wow,
You
I love it.
will Yeah, I think, that's something we get in our heads a lot often. Once you start, there are going to be ups and downs. There are going to be things that you'd figure you're better at, or, you'd have to tweak the way your business is going to go ahead. But in terms of social media,
Yeah.
I feel like, first of all, showing up as yourself,
Okay.
as the brand, be very clear about what your messaging is, what your mission is,
Hmm.
who your target audience is, create for that audience,
Okay.
create value for the audience that you're reaching out to, and
Love.
your brand will develop and grow. The other thing that I feel people should not do is, I see a lot of creators, businesses, brands who are talking about the social media, like the Instagram algorithm, and saying it's constantly changing and it's not being supportive. But I'd like to tweak that mindset a little bit, because of
Ah,
course it's going to change. Okay,
okay.
we're all changing. It's
True.
not going to be the same as
Hey.
2020 or 2012. Of course, every platform is going to constantly change. But what you should be focusing on
Uh-huh.
versus the algorithm changing constantly is, you need to realize your audience is also changing.
True.
Your
Very true.
audience, the way they're consuming content, the way they're perceiving brands, the audience is super smart these days. You
Indeed.
cannot fool your audience. And of course, their consumer behavior on socials are different.
True.
So you need to adapt to that.
Okay.
Instead of focusing on the negative of, the algorithm changing or the new features coming in on social media, how do you use that and understand your audience and the way they're consuming, and change your strategies
Wow.
and the marketing for your brand based on that?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What a clearly and precisely you mentioned this particular answers to this question. I am
Mm-hmm.
so delighted that it's a golden nuggets actually what to avoid and what to do and don't in a latest trend market. And there are various ways.
Yeah.
As you said, consumers are very intelligent customers, not like
Mm-hmm.
olden days. We can get fooled around. Every person is being practical and sensible to understand what consumer market is and what they're providing, do's and don't, and the fine lines they read, and also is an intelligent
Absolutely.
world we live in. But it always
Mm-hmm.
helps, as I said in my early coaching and seminars too, human more than education, we need reminders. So
Yes.
these are the good reminders and healthy reminders we can consider it that way. Thanks, Pallavi, for sharing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Now, as we talked about the ideas, this is the idea show.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to know, how do you champion practical yet creative ideas to merge the companies? Because at the end, you are merging two companies for buyer
Mm-hmm.
to seller, or
Mm-hmm.
even product or service. How do you
Mm-hmm.
champion and practical and creative ideas?
So now that's a tough one to answer, because it might sound silly, because for me,
Uh-huh.
ideas just come about. When
Okay.
I'm working on something, as long as I have a blueprint in front of me saying this is what the goals are of the
Hmm.
brand, of the creator, of, the smaller business,
Okay.
based on that, I like to create for them.
Nice.
So I come up with ideas that are very specific to that particular sector, to that particular brand, to that particular industry. Now, of course, scrolling through social media will give you references and help you ideate. But
Okay.
I like to always just sit down, pen to paper. I'm a very, draw it out, write
Woohoo.
it down, put the ideas down.
Nice.
Um, and one thing that helps me with my ideation and creation is a lot of time to just be and think.
Okay.
Whether it is going on long walks, listening to podcasts, getting my workouts done.
True.
I feel like that's when my mind is at ease, not being forced to create a particular idea for a brand and business. And I'm sure anybody listening or you yourself would know that your biggest ideas come up like that. It's not that you're going to sit down and be like, today I need an idea. Um, but of course, all the ideas that I create, all the content that we're planning for the client is
Yes.
always done with strategy in mind. So
Lovely.
it's not just the creative process. It's
Okay.
always going to be, how is it going to be received
Hmm.
by whoever's seeing it?
Yeah.
Because sometimes it needs to be educational.
True.
Sometimes it needs to be just fun.
Nice.
Sometimes it needs to be interactive. So we always put it down in these different buckets, so that when we're creating these marketing strategies for the brand, for them to deliver on social media, we know what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve with that particular idea. and
Wow.
not just put out something. Hmm.
No, this is wonderful. Well articulated that you went into the depth of the core root of that, the mindset segmentation and all, and it's a creative way. Every individual have their own um, strategy and method to create ideas synthetically
Hmm.
or organically, and it
Hmm.
works profoundly. And I like one of the comment you said, pen to paper, paper to pen,
Oh my God,
and
yes.
this is so incredibly simple yet profound in the world till today. That's why I always say in my seminars and coaching, I say, empty your mind on paper. If it is
Yes.
not on paper, it is not in your life. So
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
love that. Uh-huh.
So, well, thanks for sharing that creative idea on that. And
Yeah.
you know that this is a happy idea show. And
Yeah.
coming on to the next one, please tell us about that. What advice do you give to recognize the opportunity when you are young, as in young
Hmm.
entrepreneurs or young
Hmm.
people who are trying to uh, pursue this career in
Hmm.
marketing and consulting and all?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the first sign that you can advise that these are the signs that to recognize these are the opportunity? Because opportunity never come as a label. I'm opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what is your advice to recognize the
Hmm.
opportunity, especially to the young adults or even for the professional?
Yeah. Yeah. I would say one thing is don't expect everything to come easy to you,
Okay.
right? But also don't think that everything's going to be hard. As long as you are open to networking, chatting with people, see how others are doing certain things, because
Hmm.
there is no roadmap
So true.
to creating your own company or to creating your own success. And it's never going to be the same path as another person. Um, you might have a few more twists and turns. You might just shoot up when you had to. For me, for example, when I joined the real estate company, I was a PR and marketing manager. In 1 year, because of the support of that particular CEO who saw, what I could bring about to the table for them,
Hmm.
I was promoted to head of marketing.
Wow.
Now, in 5 years from then, I realized that I have more ideas to give and I wanted to help smaller brands. Now, that made me stop a very high paying, secure job to create my own business.
Lovely.
Now, I took that risk,
Lovely.
right? I feel now the way that entrepreneurs could possibly grow is give yourself a chance, give yourself that freedom to try a few things.
Hmm.
If you want to create your company, of course create it, but it would also be interesting if you work with a brand, understand the ins and outs before you actually step outside and do it for yourself.
Wow.
This way you would also know what you're mostly interested in.
I
is
like
it
that.
is it the creative side of things? Is it the marketing? Is it the digital side of things? Is it, the sales? All of that will come to you when you start doing something.
Wonderful. I really
Yeah.
appreciate that creative, the explanation on that part too. And
Hmm.
it's yet so practical and it's very
Yeah.
applicable. So I hope all the young adults who are listening or
I
even
know.
professional
Just
would
take the risk and go ahead.
go ahead.
Yeah. One life.
Yeah, it is one life actually. And I like to live many life in one life in 1 minute. So
Oh, that's
I like to
great.
live fast.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and not in a rushing way. Because the
Uh-huh.
other day I was telling to my team member that they were asking me, so what does it the future tense comes as along? How would you differentiate, Mr. Vance? I said the moment we are rushing and we think that time is the master and we are the
Mm-hmm.
servant, the
Mm-hmm.
moment we should recognize that we are living too much in future. That's why time is
Mm.
running away. The
Mm-hmm.
moment we having a gratitude, as you mentioned, and we give gratitude towards now and the power of
Mm-hmm.
now, the time
Mm-hmm.
stops. So this is
Yeah.
the key element. I said, an example,
That
you
is
see, when you
interesting.
go and visit someone in a hospital, every
Yeah.
single minute doesn't like go away. It looks like an year. We look at the time and we yawn. But then we are going for party, celebration, cruise ship or somewhere. Oh my God, the 5 hour went by. The
Mm-hmm.
moment we live in a future, the time runs away fast. And
Yeah.
when your
Yeah.
gratitude towards what we have now and what we can achieve, the time stops. And we are the master of time, not the servant.
Yeah.
Thanks
That's
so much.
beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Now, I know you have a lot of business all around this local Vancouver, Canada, and around the world, and you coming from
Mm-hmm.
East West, and then you conquering all this world, being a young entrepreneur. I am not jealous, but I'm very happy in this way. I would like to know one of your personal secret, and if
Yeah,
I'm allowed to ask that, how do you control your emotion towards the tempting business offer you get?
interesting. I think for me, when I have to think of this in a broad aspect,
Okay.
as I've grown in my own business, now it's my fifth year running my own company with my team in India,
Wow.
is I've realized that freedom is everything.
Wow.
When I say that, I mean when you're, say, booking a client,
Yeah.
it might seem all daisies because of, the type of brand that it might be,
Hmm.
or the pay that you're going to get from that particular client.
Yeah.
But what about your freedom in terms of
Hmm.
freedom of thought, freedom of
Hmm.
how you're going to put together that brand,
Hmm.
whether they're going to allow you to be your creative self, or
Hmm.
are you going to suddenly have this monkey on your back?
Okay.
So I do not want to ever possibly put my company in a position where we don't have the freedom to enjoy what we're doing,
Okay.
however big or small the opportunity is. And now, how that relates to emotion is like how you said, time is everything, right?
Yeah.
Um, why am I doing this sort
Yeah.
of a business? Why
So
did I
true.
leave a corporate 9 to 5? It's because I want to enjoy my time. Every minute that I'm working or every minute I'm not working, I
Yeah.
need to have that freedom of enjoying it.
So true.
And that's how I'm able to manage my emotions. But that doesn't mean there are no days that, I see a message from a client and I'm like, oh my God. Or the other way around, where I see a message and I'm like, I am so grateful that I have found this person sitting across the world to work with my company. So for me, the emotions I feel I directly equated to my freedom of thinking, freedom of time, freedom of living,
Wow.
because that's the way I'm able to deliver the most. Yeah.
Wonderful. This is incredibly, I should write a composition or maybe a small handy book about freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Freedom
interesting,
is
right? We
good.
often forget that you need to live a life where you are free.
Indeed, indeed. And on this happiest International Women's Day, for me, is the every day is the Women's Day. For me, every day is the
That's so
Men's
nice.
Day. For me,
Yeah.
every day is the Mother Earth's Day. If we
Yeah.
conceive that idea of being a human being, so it's very important to understand: are we human being or we being a human? That's
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really admire that answer. Thanks so much for sharing that. Now you talked about freedom, but I want to give you a little different kind of question to ask to see that if you are aligned towards your freedom answer or not.
Love it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
so if you're ready, say I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, love it.
I am very
So
ready.
how can we protect our love relationship from not getting too egoistic about money?
Interesting. I think this boils down to also how you've been brought up.
Okay.
When you're in a surrounding where um, you see family, friends, etc., the way they handle money, money is not everything.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can find happiness whether there's money or not. Not saying that money is not important, it's just not everything.
True.
I wouldn't let money come in between a relationship, whether that's friendship, whether it's a partner, whether it's family. But that being said, for me personally, at this stage, I wouldn't even say it's a 50-50, um, because sometimes with everything in life,
Mm-hmm.
there might be days that you need to be giving 70.
True.
There might be days that you might have to give 30. And you need to understand that that's where it is. And money is a fleeting object,
Wow.
which shouldn't come in between relationship. Yeah.
I agree that. Thank you so much. This is a wonderful, very smart and very diplomatically yet practical answer you have given. So I know you
Yeah.
are out of the hook when your partner will say, "Okay, Pallavi, did you give that answer on the happy show?"
Oh, no, absolutely. Because, yeah, one day you're buying lunch, one day another person is.
I love that. No, I
Hmm.
in my learning, personal and professionally over 2 3 decades, that I believe, in my opinion, answering to this question is
Hmm.
money is just a tool. I may be wrong, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, money is just a
Yeah.
tool. How much is much? We need to understand that. too much emphasis on money, it reverses the whole process. Then money becomes the master and we become the
Yep.
servant.
Yep.
So it should be kept in its place. We should be the master, not the money. And
Yeah.
how much is much when we know we cut and eliminate the entire fear and frustration of this life, and we are so
Yeah.
content and happy. This is how much I need, and this is how much I can earn more. It's a healthy way for a human to have needs and wants and desire. That's why human was desire. We are not tree or animal. And it's
Mm-hmm.
healthy. But sometimes in a world, most of the time, most people do not even know what do they want and how much they want.
Yeah.
Number
They
two,
only want more.
and
Yeah.
number two, and even if they know what they want and how much they want, they don't even write down on a paper as we discussed earlier. So if it is not on
Yes.
the paper, it's not in our life.
Yeah.
So
And like you said, you need to have the freedom, not be held on to by money. It's not that who is supposed to control you and the way you live or the way you work or the way you treat other people.
yes, and I remember one of the profound my one of my mentors who have actually not on Mother Earth. Zig Ziglar said once, like money is like a second to oxygen, that we need it.
Mm,
You cannot run out
yeah.
or you cannot live without money. So that's true. In the
Right.
modern world,
Yeah.
we need enough to have enough. But the confusion is that
Absolutely.
mostly we don't know how much we want and why we want. And so we
Mm-hmm.
are rushing to just get it. And
Mm-hmm.
we end up getting piling up more junk in our home. And we're buying things which we are selling faster rather than not
Yeah.
buying it. So I
Yeah.
believe practical thinking will align us to in a more productive and luxurious yet simple lifestyle. As
I
successful
agree.
people have out there, they have achieved their lifestyle, and this is the
Yeah.
lifestyle show that it demonstrate that legendary lifestyle doesn't mean that you should have a million and billion in your bank. You can be
Yeah.
having a $10,000, but you're living the most luxurious lifestyle. The way sitting on the beach and having a small home, or you living
Yeah.
in a tent on the beach or in a mansion with 25 bedroom, and you are stress and anxiety.
Yeah. As long as you have the freedom and absolutely love what you're doing. Yeah.
I like that. But now, related to this, tell
Mm-hmm.
me, Pallavi, what is the winner mindset according to you?
Okay. The winner mindset for me, now not bringing back this whole freedom because I think I've stressed on that quite a bit. But it's basically being able to wake up every morning feeling
Uh huh.
satisfied with how much you have done the previous day and
Okay.
how much you are going to put forward that particular day.
Lovely.
Not just thinking about, okay, at the end of the week, I have XYZ to do, but
Hmm.
how are you satisfied with what you've done personally, professionally, um, emotionally, being very content with yourself? For
Lovely.
me, that I feel is a winner mindset. Waking up every morning, satisfied and also ready to go on for the next day with every little thing that you have to do.
Wow. Give the single ounce and fiber of your being every day
Ah,
that what you have. Do the best. I always say, and I ask my favorite two questions every morning. I ask myself,
uh-huh.
how can I improve my service today in personal life? And how
Yeah.
can I improve and advance my professional service in my professional
Mm-hmm.
work? And these two
Yeah.
questions allows me to fill with full gratitude, yet with creative thinking and humble
Yeah.
living lifestyle. So I think I really admire your answer. Thank you.
Yay. I'm
I
glad
hope
we're
our
on the
audience will
same
take
page.
this wonderful insight too as well. Pallavi, thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I want to say that we reached that stage that we know in the branding and marketing area how to address, recognize, reflect, and proceed towards that. Now, you
Hmm.
tell me, in your lifestyle, what is the most significant thing that you have sacrificed in your life that you are here today?
Sacrificed. I
If,
wouldn't say I have sacrificed any one thing. I would say I have given more importance to certain things versus another based on what I feel really elevates uh, me as a personality, whether it's professionally or how I show up for friends and family.
okay,
And that I would say is making sure whatever comes, I am active for, say, 1.5 hours or 2 hours a day.
okay,
Whether it's going on a walk, whether it's going to the gym, I feel like I would sacrifice make sure that in my day, that
Hmm.
time is allocated to this because that is the most important part of my day
Okay.
and how I show up for things. So that's, I wouldn't, like I said, the word sacrifice may not be the right term,
Well, yeah.
but it is what I have made sure that I have instilled into each day
Okay.
to to make sure that I don't sacrifice on other things.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I may restate my question again because
Mm-hmm.
wonderfully you have explained that. And sacrifice doesn't mean what I was asking is means that you have left it
Given
and
up.
you've not given
Mm-hmm.
up or something. Sometimes sacrifice in our life is that knowingly we are doing the things that may help other to achieve their acquired goals and all, and then we give
Mm-hmm.
up on that so they others succeed and we succeed along with them too as well. So it is not what we do for others, it is what
Mm-hmm.
we sacrifice for others to make the things happen. I think
Right. But I again wouldn't, sorry if I'm like,
no,
you
go
know,
ahead.
it's only, I just feel like I disagree with the word sacrifice because even with my coaching sessions or consulting, I am not sacrificing in any way for the other person to show up as their best version, as the best brand, and to market, to like grow in their business.
Yeah.
But I'm adding value to it.
Lovely.
I'm showing them how to add value because I try to, in my daily practice and
Lovely.
daily, the just the way I am, I'm trying, still a work in progress, to not use certain terms that could possibly mean negative in any way for
Lovely.
myself or for the clientele or for the brand in any way.
Lovely. I admire
But,
that.
uh-huh,
It's admirable. Thank you so much for
yeah,
clarifying and enhancing that meaning, elaborating the
yeah,
way sacrifice.
thank you.
Many people have a different meaning towards each word in life. Sometimes
Absolutely.
knowingly, unknowingly, we assume that this word means this or this,
Yeah.
and then we keep doing things. But when we actually found in our later part of life, then we become more wiser and smarter and say, "Oh, I've been
Mm-hmm.
thinking this word was this, but actually it has a profound meaning." So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for sharing about your sacrifice, what you have done and you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, Pallavi, let's do this second round we call Make the World Happy Round. So your short,
Oh my God,
sweet,
how
humorous
fun.
answer. Are you ready for
Love
that?
it. I'm ready.
Lovely. So tell us, what does lifestyle mean to you?
Lifestyle to me is, for me personally, is making sure that, my mind, my body, the love I'm able to give
Uh-huh.
is all in alignment, that only enhances my friends and family and myself. So I live a certain way to be able to give the love and receive the love that I want to get. Yeah.
Give the love and receive the love I want to. So profound yet so beautifully said. Thank you so much. So what does happiness mean to you?
This, when I can sit and just, give out that energy that the person in front of me is also receiving, the happiness, that I'm trying to give out as well. But also, the sunshine makes me very happy. So today is a beautiful day
Indeed.
for us to be doing this. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much. Yeah, we all need sun. Yeah, hopefully
Hmm.
we'll have a lot of
We
sun in
see a
the
lot of it.
yeah, but
Yeah.
we are delighted. Whatever we get, we are happy and gratitude about it. So, Pallavi, tell us, what does failure means to you?
Failure to me is very important.
Okay.
I feel that's the only way you will learn to appreciate when you are succeeding, when you see certain wins.
Okay.
Failure can make you go within to understand what could have been done better.
Okay.
Failure does not mean that you have done something completely wrong. It just means that that wasn't the right time
Yeah.
for it, or it has to be tweaked in a certain way that is going to help you succeed.
Lovely.
And if we're always winning, I don't think you'd see the joy in winning. You
Ah.
need to see a little dip here and there
Yeah.
to appreciate what you're doing, how everything is going for you in your life. Yeah.
Oh, so blissful. I really admire that, the way you think. And I mean, this is such a creative mind you are, indeed. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
Now, okay, in this question, Pallavi, you have to choose one, okay?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What
Just
would you
one.
like more in your life? Love,
Uh-huh.
sex, money, or fame?
Love.
Why?
I feel when there's love, you are going to have enough sex. Um, uh, when you feel loved, you are going to attract that money.
Okay.
And I think fame is very relative to me, you know. Um, I rather have the love in life than fame amongst
Okay.
strangers. Yeah,
Fantastic. I like that
yeah.
very practical yet humble answer. But about fame, on the sidetrack, you are a social media brand consultant. Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
by default, you are so famous. The fame comes by
No, it's actually the other way around. I'm not the famous one. I make my brands and my clients stand out. I make them famous.
wow.
I'm the one behind the scenes. Yeah, I don't need to be the famous ones. Yeah.
See, that is what we call difference between salesman and consultant. So
Yeah.
salesman or saleswoman, they usually push the customer to buy it. A consultant
Hmm.
will say, these are the features and benefits. You be the judge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. I admire that. Okay, Kalabi, how do you improve your confidence every day?
I think feeling very comfortable in my own skin, putting
Okay,
in the effort. Like I said, for me, working out
okay,
is the major part for me to set my mindset, set my confidence. But also, something that I've been doing recently, besides journaling, is every morning just looking at myself in the mirror, which I anyway am going to do, is
lovely.
tell myself that I'm the best version of myself today.
What a
But not
confidence.
saying that there are no days that I'm looking at myself and I'm like, not today. Today you just can be under the blanket, but most days, yeah, that's how I bring about the confidence. Yeah.
Look at you. Look at the pleasing personality you have. Yeah, I've seen you in the gym too as well. What do I see? Like, when you
Yes.
come, no nonsense girl, like you just attack the bar and dumbbells and you're on go,
Oh my
go, go.
God, absolutely.
What's happening beside you? There is a hurricane or volcano. You don't see that you're just so involved in the pumping the air. And that's confidence.
I
Are
am.
inspired.
Yeah.
You and your
Makes me
partner.
show up for the day as the best person. Yeah.
Lovely. I get inspired, and many other gym enthusiasts get
I'm glad.
inspired with you and your partner. Agree. Okay, so do you believe in working harder, smarter, or faster?
So initially, I always thought working hard was everything.
Okay,
But as soon as I started handling a team at a very young age,
okay,
I was very clear that I didn't need my team to prove themselves by staying longer hours, because
okay,
that only means they're not getting their work done efficiently.
okay.
So for me, working smarter
Yeah,
would be the answer.
okay.
Um, Working faster is up to you. If you're being smart and you're able to do it fast, great. But if your client is paying you hourly and you have to work that hour, use the hour to your benefit. So be smart and do your work well. Yeah,
Can I copyright this word? Be smart and do your work well for my next book.
absolutely. Go for it. As long as I get a
I'll give you
signed
credit on
copy.
that. Probably
I
make you
want a
10%
signed
partner on
copy.
that too as well. If it sells a million copy.
Oh, that's lovely. Good
Lovely.
luck.
Okay, so what do you believe that what is most powerful, a thought, an idea, or a story?
I think a story,
Okay, why?
because how you put across your idea and thought as a storytelling manner is how you are going to connect with your audience.
Lovely.
Whether, again, it's both professional and personally,
Okay,
you are going to connect with someone when there's a story to it.
lovely.
Because I could blatantly just say something and not have the facts or something to attach to it. But when there's a way of storytelling, you
Yes.
understand where I'm coming from. You understand what my thought process is. So for me, a story is most important, especially if it comes to marketing and branding.
Now you see that is why you are sharing your untold story on Happy Media Show.
Yeah, thank you
And
for
people
giving
will
me this
not only get
platform.
inspired, they'll get the valuable, incredible, hidden secret and golden gems and the ideas from your this thought process and all.
Thank you so
And
much, Mr.
positive,
Bain.
my pleasure. The positive thinking people will always see the full donut, not just the hole
Mm-hmm.
in the donut. So thank
Yeah,
you for sharing that.
yeah.
Now you in this branding consulting into sales and work with the who's who of the people from the Louis Vuitton to Burberry. Now, you tell me if someone want to start this career exactly into branding, marketing, consulting, and social media
Mm-hmm.
consultant,
Mm-hmm.
what are the key important things which can help to start a new career in advance?
Yeah, I would say definitely speak to someone who is already in the space
Okay.
to understand, because a lot of things sound glamorous.
Okay.
When I say I'm marketing a brand, it's not just about the ideas, though. It's a lot of nitty-gritties that are there. And I feel like as long as you understand that these are the things that you need to be doing
Okay.
as a consultant, as a strategist, as a social media manager, or anything that you want to do,
Mm-hmm.
understand it. Don't just look at the glamour and the side of it, because there's a lot of, say, time you're going to be spending on your phone, you're going to be spending on calls.
Okay.
Is that something that you can very passionately do? Because it's not just going to be events, it's not just going to be branding and doing the creatives and coming up with ideas. There's a lot of back end work that you need to be doing and
Yeah.
thinking, like really enjoying the thoughts with yourself while you're creating everything.
Wow.
So that would be step one, understanding what the role requires before saying this is exactly what I want to do. The other would be take risks, try it out, show up, create, approach, say, friends and family to start with. If you're going to be, doing branding, consulting, or social media management,
Yeah.
start with somebody and, try and see how you're able to elevate their brand, their presence online. And then reach out to the right people that would all come to you as you grow.
I mean, if somebody will be listening this valuable suggestion and idea and
Mm-hmm.
advice, I believe they will at least save their 10 year, according to my experience. I will say,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because as we say that reading one book can save our life of tens of
Absolutely.
years. So this is
Yeah.
what you just demonstrated and you advise. It's so incredible, significant. I want to say thanks so much
That's
for
so
sharing
sweet.
your
Thank you
insight
very
on that.
much. Yeah.
Of course, indeed, and I know practical things really help us to move forward,
Yeah.
to advance our lifestyle and career. And it is the
Yeah.
challenging part in today's world is to find the job and to start a career. There's a difference
Yeah.
between job and career. As I'm an
Absolutely.
expert on career and lifestyle advancement for
Mm-hmm.
over 2 decades, it is challenging even to people understand, is this what I'm doing is my job or is a career path? First of all, there are many of them,
Absolutely.
they are not even aware of that. So I
Yeah.
know when it helps to move ahead in our career path to advance, it really helps. Okay,
Yeah.
it's all about you now, not me. So
Okay.
so tell me, who inspired you to be the happiest person you are today?
Who inspired me to be the happiest person? I would say my dad.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I just the way he looks at life
Okay,
has been something that has always inspired me.
lovely.
It's always been about finding the little joys and absolutely enjoying yourself. He's
Lovely.
just one of those people who feels that every day should feel like a mini vacation in
All right.
whatever you do.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Mini vacation. I like that.
Uh-huh.
Is your dad is around today?
No, he's in India,
Okay,
so
all
he
right.
should
When
be
he'll be
asleep. Yeah.
listening and watching this, he will be
Yeah,
standing
I would.
standing
Yeah.
ovation to my daughter in
Oh my
Canada
God.
coming on this Happy Idea show and sharing her incredible feedback that your
Mm-hmm.
dad is the backbone of your individual achievement. Wonderful. And
Yeah.
I'm honored sincerely that you're giving a gratitude to the person who has got you in the
Yeah, it
world.
all starts at home, I feel. For me,
Okay.
I was lucky, like when I shared the previous advice saying, for younger entrepreneurs or people who want to get into this sort of a business,
Yeah.
I just feel like I was lucky enough to have this within the house,
Okay.
have the championing from there. But
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes people just need to hear it. People
Lovely.
need to hear the practical side of things, and it's not going to always be glamorous.
I'm so happy for you. Have a wonderful parents, and sincerely, my hello to Mr.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Mr.
And
Vince.
thanks for creating such a wonderful daughter that
Mm.
someone should walk. Some sorry for the metaphor. Someone should watch you like a wall clock. So that you are
That's
such
so
an
sweet.
icon for young adults, especially on a Women's Day or every day, being a young
Yes,
entrepreneur.
thank you.
Now, tell me, what is the best advice, marketing advice you have ever received
Hmm.
in your life,
The best marketing advice
or branding,
I have
marketing advice?
ever, yeah, would be think of yourself, like put yourself in the audience's shoes.
Okay.
What are they going to gain from looking at what is being put out there?
Lovely.
Whether it's a social media post, whether it's a banner that you see out there. It's not about you, it's not about the brand. It's
Okay.
about what your audience perceives it to be. Are
Lovely.
they feeling emotion? Are they feeling, some sort of connection? Because that's positivity, and that's where you've achieved what you want to do with the brand.
Lovely.
Because
Now,
it's all about the audience.
no, I really admire that. So, in
Mm-hmm.
contrast, what is the worst branding and marketing advice you have ever received?
Oh my
If
God, is to uh, is to basically just focus on the visuals and the creatives,
okay,
because that's not everything.
so true.
It is the story. It is the story. It is the backbone behind it. It is the emotion that it's able to create and the value it's able to create.
Okay. Now we I forgot to ask you in the beginning. The most important question is how does the AI is impacting the branding and marketing industry? Do you use AI or you do most creative thinking by yourself? How
I think
is
AI is
go
definitely
ahead?
a tool to use to
Okay.
our advantage. Um, I read somewhere recently, I'm forgetting where, but it basically said there can be all AI, all kinds of AI in the world, which
Okay.
is great. It's going to come in to assist you. You use it as a tool,
Okay.
right? But it's never going to replace the humanness that we have as human beings. The
Fantastic.
human touch, the emotion of what we're able to bring to the table, um, for again a brand or a social media page. But you can use AI to work smart,
Lovely.
to
I
be
like
more
that.
efficient. Yeah,
Good.
to
Thank you.
help you tweak things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
robots and machine was never it didn't succeed in past now and it will never where it comes with human touch.
yeah. The
Human
emotions is
touch
only
will
within
be
us.
always when the emotional things which we do for ourselves and other it cannot be compromised and compared with the machines and all. So machines are wonderful. We are today on the moon and different planet and traveling around the world in a
Yeah,
faster way. We need it. That's good, but human touch cannot be replaced. So thank you for this
exactly.
wonderful answer.
Ah,
So what is the secret of your health? You look young, and as you
yeah.
are, I don't want to ask the age, and it's very crying to ask a woman's age. I don't want to know, but what's the secret of your health apart from gymming?
I'm okay with age. I actually feel like that's a badge of honor that you should walk around with.
True.
As you get older, you get wiser, you have experienced a lot of things. So I don't get offended by that question.
Okay,
But for me, it is be outside as much as you can, move your body,
lovely,
enjoy yourself, surround yourself with people that are
lovely,
going to motivate you to do all of these things.
nice.
And of course, eat well, which
Uh,
I am trying
what we
with
eat,
a
we
side
become.
of cake.
Yeah. I'm going to celebrate today because I have interviewed. First of all, I don't like this term in the podcasting and show interview. I'm not the one to interview someone. From my
Yeah,
perspective, is like I'm learning and understanding a
yeah,
lifestyle of a legend. That's what I will say. So
that's so sweet.
it's not an interview for me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a
it's a lovely
conversation. Happy idea,
conversation.
sure.
Yeah.
Now tell me, Pallavi, never say that specific word or a sentence when a woman is angry.
What's wrong?
Okay, all right. Men out there, especially your
Like, I
partner,
mean,
if
you
you
can see there's something wrong. Don't ask, figure it out. No, I'm
I
kidding.
hope your partner will listen and say, like, you didn't tell me now onwards, make sure
He knows really well. He wouldn't ask.
what's wrong with you. Oh
He
my god.
wouldn't ask what's
Okay,
wrong.
men out there who knows Pallavi, you know what not to say to her when she is angry or upset, maybe sometime. Okay, now do you agree that one should choose the partner smarter than them?
I think if you do find someone smarter to help you become the better version of yourself, of course.
Okay.
But I'm sure you'd be smarter in some aspects of life and they would be smarter in others. And that's why it makes a partnership.
Wow, what a wonderful. Here is my head. Applause for you. What a creative answer. Apart from this consulting and branding and all, are you into saving lives also, some relationship? Looks like you have a
Not
great
at
job
all.
helping
It's,
people not to
oh
get
my
divorced
God.
or separated. That would be so kind of you. I like that. Admire that answer. It's such a wonderful, thoughtful. Now, okay, Pallavi, this is imagination question, okay?
Okay.
Imagine, do you believe in God or universe? So I'll
I
take.
do. Yeah.
I do. So
Mhm.
imagine if God makes you a man for a day. What will you do more of and less of?
Interesting. Do you want a thoughtful answer or do you want a funny answer?
Of course,
I'm gonna
funny.
think accordingly.
Thoughtful. Your funniest answer will be thoughtful. I know for sure. So this is about happy
No,
ideas.
mine would be as silly as if I was a man for the day. I would possibly get my max reps in pull-ups because I am obsessed and I've not been able to go beyond a certain number.
Okay.
But one thing I wouldn't do for that day is spend so much time in the toilet or the bathroom.
Oh my God.
That's my biggest flaw with my husband. I'm like, enough, be outside.
Next
But
time,
no, on a serious note,
sorry to interrupt. Did you notice him? Does he goes with or without cell phone inside? Okay,
without,
that's
but
still strange.
it's without, but it's still a very long time. But to be more serious about this, I feel like I would like to imagine this the other way around. Like I would
Okay.
like a man to be a woman for a day,
Uh-huh.
so that they understand how this is. There's so much to it, right? You are
Okay.
running a house, you are running relationships, you are running your business, you're also trying to look after yourself, and then there are mothers out there. So yeah, I think it should be the other way around, where the men get an opportunity to try this out for a day, and that's it. The world is going to be a better place.
Wow. I can already see once this show will be finished and edited. I believe there will be a 10 million likes on this particular reel.
I hope so. I hope people
People will
enjoy
be,
and
especially
yeah,
women, will
relate
be so
to it.
happy. Thank you. Okay, now this is a few more questions and we wrap up the show. Pallavi,
Yeah.
now this is another imagination question. Quickly,
Okay.
imagine if you would be the host of this show and if I
Yeah.
would be the guest of the show. What
Yeah.
one question you would have asked me?
Oh my God, just one question, because I'm sure you're a whole bowl of knowledge with the number of people that you have spoken to.
Okay.
But one question that I would ask you
Hmm.
is, having spoken to all these women out there, entrepreneurs, and you've interviewed so many esteemed guests, legends, people with ideas, etc. on this show,
Hmm.
how long do you think it would be until women take over the world?
So my question is, how long it will take for a woman to take over the world?
Yeah.
I think in my shortest and polite and positive answer is, even the greatest God on the Mother Earth couldn't figure out women's what they want and need. So I'm not even the dust of their feet to answer this question. So I will say I don't know. But what I know is for sure that if we live in a harmonious way together, it won't take a long. It can be within a flick of second, we can achieve the
Yeah.
remarkable future lifestyle in the present of now.
Yeah, that's great. I was just troubling you with that question.
No, it's good. I admire that. Um, now, what is your favorite word or a quote?
Hmm.
What is your favorite word or a quote?
My favorite quote
Yeah.
is, it's a made up quote, again, just something that we've grown up with, is always make sure you get the monkey off your back.
Okay.
Anything that's weighing you down, that's on your back, that
Yeah.
monkey, make sure you get it off. Again, with everything, anything and everything. If you're at a job that leaves you drained by the end of the day,
Yeah.
identify it and make sure that that's not how you should be living.
Okay.
If you're finding some sort of fault with friends and family, and there is some sort of trouble there,
Yeah.
see what that monkey is that's weighing you down on your back and take that off.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
always live in a way that you're always getting that monkey off your back every
Yeah.
every stage of your life.
Lovely. Thanks so much. Now, tell me, what is the message to the beautiful people of the world?
Enjoy yourself, do
Okay.
something that you absolutely love,
Yeah.
and show up on social media. That is your space to create your memories, to build your brand, to grow your personal brand. Be
Okay.
yourself and show up. I feel a lot of people are looking at the tool social media in a negative way, taking over
Yeah.
lives. but I feel like if it is used in the right manner, you can only enhance it.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you sit on it the whole day, but use it to your advantage.
Okay. All right. All right. So, how did you like this Happy Idea show?
Oh my God, I absolutely enjoyed chatting with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Thank you so
I'm
much.
really glad that yeah, we had this chance
Lovely.
to share ideas, talk about what I do, and I think what you're doing and interviewing people,
Yeah.
bringing out the happiness and the ideas into the
Yeah.
world is great.
Thank you so much for your precious time, Pallavi. And you shared all your valuable ideas and story with us. And I couldn't be more grateful for what your precious time you have sent.
Yes,
Until the next
thank you.
show and episode, we'll get back to you. And if anybody have questions to Pallavi regarding her services, what she provide, all the details will be mentioned below the link. And to all the listeners, what is the one thing that you liked about this show? Please mention that below also, so Pallavi and I can respond to that. And thanks so much, Pallavi, for being on Happy Idea Show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and happy Women's Month.
You too, and to everybody, every day is a woman's day, every day is a man's day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pallavi, for your valuable time and sharing your great ideas, very innovative ideas. We are very grateful. I am glad that our audience will also take some more important notes and your ideas, as usual, that been so profound to you and your client. And our listeners are very wonderful. And I want to say thanks so much to all the listeners and whoever is watching or listening today. What great ideas did you think that from Pallavi did you have already implemented in your life or you want to implement? Please write in comment box so that Pallavi and I can reply to that. I also want to say thanks so much for always supporting and encouraging and subscribing and following to my channel. Your support is highly, highly appreciated and I do not take granted. Also for your mental chewing, right? Now, in our branding and marketing industry, what kind of source, what social media marketing does really works for you? Is there some specific app or the specific medium or channels or broadcasting platform that really enhances your branding and marketing area to promote your product or service? Please mention it in the comment box so that we can educate each other. The greatest thing in the world, do not forget, sharing knowledge is the biggest gift we can give to each other. And our gift is your gift. Well, here on the Happy Idea Show, you can always learn and flourish with the great thoughts and ideas of the lifestyle legend. This is your host, Happy Bains here, certified career and lifestyle coach. I would like to invite you to my show if you want to share your ideas. To come on my show, please visit happybains.com and happyideashow.com. Thank you so much. Be happy. To do what? To be happy, act happily. To be happy, act happily. Thank you so much and be excellent to each other. Thank you.